In this episode, I'm thrilled to share my latest Christmas decor obsession, MacKenzie Childs-inspired style on a budget. Join me as I show you how to create beautiful pieces using Dollar Tree items. Home decor, DIYs, thrift flips, dupes, hacks, and more. Welcome to CJ DIY. First thing that it caught my eye was this amazing holiday lantern at MacKenzie Childs Holiday Lookbook, and it's a bit pricey, $239. So I went to my local Dollar Tree store plus section. I found similar lantern in that shape for $5, and now I'm gonna try to recreate the original look. To create the stripes, I'm starting with the bottom part, adding some tape before I add some paint on it. I am adding tape along the desired stripe edges, creating a straight line. I'm pressing the tape firmly to ensure it adheres well, and I am applying additional tape stripes spaced evenly apart to create the desired number of stripes. I'm repeating the same step on the top before I add some paint to it. I'm using Dixie Belle in color white, and with the tiny brush, I am going over the stripes in between the tapes. Now, while the paint is wet, slowly I'm removing the painter's tape, and we got the perfect shape of stripes. I will repeat the same step on other three sides of my lanterns, and I'm gonna let it dry. After it's dry, this is the look that I have, and I really love how it came out. You can use any color that you prefer, but I like this because it's going with my perfect theme scheme for this year Christmas decor. For embellishment, I'm adding 3 frosted pigs that I got in my stash. I think I got those last year from Walmart. They were like $1 a piece, or you can find any frosted pigs at dollar store or any crafting store. So I'm just spreading around the branches just to see the look, how it's gonna look before I add the glue. I'm adding 1 pig on the back as well, and then I'm gonna add a generous amount of hot glue on top, and you will have a perfect lantern high-end decor for $5 or less, depends on the items that you have in your crafting stash. I created 2 simple loop bow from this MacKenzie Child checker ribbon that I got from their barn sale this summer, and I am tying it with the twine on the back on the handle of my lantern. I'm opening the loops so I can make them nice and fancy, and in the middle part I'm adding one of those pine cones that those frozen pigs came with. I will be adding some frosted berries as well in between of those branches, and that's it. Those checker forest trees sets and gingerbread cookie large trees are beautiful at MacKenzie Childs Lookbook, but bit pricey. Dollar Tree Plus section have a variety of wooden tabletop trees for only $3. I picked up some, and they're ready for a makeover. I really love this distressed look on it. I'm not adding any paint to it. Will be adding this checker napkin that I also got from MacKenzie Childs barn sale this summer. I'm removing the 2 sheets that this napkin came with, and I'm adding a matte finish Mod Podge, and I will be adding the napkin on top of my wooden tree. I'm starting with the bottom part, and with my sponge brush going over around the edges of this wooden tree before I add the napkin to it. And now slowly with my fingers, since this napkin is so tiny, I don't want to rip it apart, I'm going over on top slowly, smoothing it out, and I'm just gonna cut the edge because there is some golden frame to this napkin. I don't want that part to show. And with my decoupage brayer, smoothing it even more out until the whole tree is covered with it. Now that we covered the whole tree with it, I'm flipping it on the back. I'm removing the price tag. You can use this tree as a reversible as well. You can use the white part on the back. I'm cutting off the axis with the scissors and with my cutting knife. And also with the leftover napkin, I am also gonna cover the stem on this tree to make it similar like the original look. And not even 5 minutes, you have a brand new look for this tabletop ready to be displayed for Christmas decor. To make it more smoother, I am adding a parchment sheet on top of it, and with my mini press, I'm going over to remove all the wrinkles and bubbles. To seal it, I am adding matte finish Mod Podge, and with my sponge brush, I'm going over the tree. For the bottom part, I am using a Dollar Tree brown paint. Those paints are perfect for stain. If you don't want to spend a lot of money for stain, those Dollar Tree paints are perfect for staining your surfaces. I am using just a regular paintbrush and going around the edges, and then with a towel, I'm removing the excess, and we have vintage rustic look for the bottom part. Now for the edges, for extra embellishment, I'm adding my pearls ribbon that I got in my stash. I got this one from thrift store for just a few dollars, and I am just adding a glue and adding this ribbon. Is just a perfect little detail that can bring this tabletop closer to our original look. For the second wooden tree, I am staining it with the same brown paint from Dollar Tree and just covering the front part and then removing the axis with the towel so we can get that gingerbread color look to it before we add more to make it closer to the original look from MacKenzie Childs. Now that I cover it, I will be using this 3D fabric puffy paint, but before that, I went over with a marker creating some design. It's easier like that. And now I'm covering all the designs that I draw with a marker with this 3D Dollar Tree puffy paint, and we will have a nice, beautiful gingerbread tree. Now that I got the look that I like, also I will be adding these frosted white sparkles, also from Dollar Tree, and I'm adding it on top of the paint while it's wet so it can stay there, and we will have a frosted look on our gingerbread tree. For this tree stand, I am also adding a checker napkin with a Mod Podge. First, I'm adding first half, as you can see, and cutting it off, and then I'm repeating the same step on the back of the stand, and this look is done. Also, off camera, I made a simple star with the stripes, black, white, and gold, and I glue it on top of my tree. And also on the edges, I added some pearls, ribbons as well. And that's it. Also, Dollar Tree is selling these faux pearl stickers. You can also add those on the edges of the tree if you don't have a pearl ribbon like mine. And you will have this amazing high-end look that it won't break a bank. October is a breast cancer awareness month, and let's make a difference together. At Rose Forever, New York, their everlasting rose bouquets are not just beautiful, they also carry a message of hope. Throughout October, 10% of their sale from their pink rose bouquets will be donated to support women battling breast cancer. A simple gesture to make a real impact. Give an unforgettable gift and stand with them in this important cause. Order now and let these eternal roses symbolize the strength and resilience of women. All the links from Rose Forever New York are linked in my description box. Those amazing wreaths in every possible color are gorgeous, but as you can see, bit pricey. Dollar Tree have variety of different ornaments that it can help you make a similar wreath like MacKenzie Childs looks. So I picked up some of their ornaments, 14-inch metal wreath, and couple of those red, gold, and 2 sizes of ornaments, as well the champagne color and some cream color of ornaments. And now I'm removing them from their containers, and also I will be removing their caps. Will be easier to glue them on this metal wreath without the caps. And this is so easy to do and not pricey. You can only spend few dollars to make wreath like this. You can use it on your doors as a decoration, or you can use it as a beautiful gift to your family and friends for upcoming Christmas. I'm gluing my ornaments on the top 2 lines, 2 rings, as you can see, with a generous amount of glue, creating pattern with the sparkle ornaments and the regular red and gold ornaments until that whole ring is covered with the ornaments. After that, when that part is covered, I will be using the first two lines on the wreath, and that's where I will be adding the ornaments as well, creating patterns. I will be leaving the middle part empty. When my second part on top is glued, also I will be adding these Harley Quinn ornaments that I got from Temu. I will be adding only 4 of them, and those 4 will be going in the middle part of my wreath, just like so, on top of those 2 layers of ornaments that I added, if that makes sense. It's so easy that you can make it. Anybody can do any color that you prefer. And now when those 4 Harley Quinn ornaments are glued, now in between I'm filling out the empty spots just like that with those larger ornaments and the smaller size ornaments until my ring is filled with all those ornaments. Now that I use all the ornaments on my wreath, I will be also using this green garland, and I am adding it in between the ornaments, and with the help of the bottom of my scissors, I'm just pushing it through the ornaments until the whole wreath is covered with this green garland. For the final touch, I created 4 loop bow with my checkerboard MacKenzie Child ribbon, and then in the middle part I will be adding this velvet ribbon that I got from Michael's, just to have that color between the red and the checker, just to be cohesive with my wreath. I'm tying it in the middle, and then I will be adding this bow on top of my wreath, and that's it. And you have a gorgeous, amazing, beautiful look for our holidays. The Harley Quinn ornaments are a little bit bright. I am just adding this golden marker around the white finishes just to get that distressed golden vintage look, to make it cohesive with the whole wreath. And this look is done. Another amazing look from MacKenzie Childs is this Granny Kitsch illuminated retro tree. And guess what? Dollar Tree is selling similar like that one for only $5. And we can recreate the original look for not even 5 minutes. To make the tree color, I will be cutting a little piece of a cardboard just the same size as my ribbon. After I cut it off, I'm adding a glue and adding my checker ribbon on top of it and creating a color for my tree. Now that I glue it, I am going around the tree and see how it's gonna fit. And then on the back part of the tree, I'm just gluing my color, and that's it. To make it more high-end, also I am painting the star with my golden finish marker, and this hack is done. Another amazing look that I'm in love with is this joy sign. And I have these wooden letters in my stash. I think I got them from Michael's last year for like $1.50 a piece. For letter O, I already added some painter's tape to create the stripes. For J, I will be adding checker ribbon, and then for Y, I will be adding a Harley Quinn Dollar Tree ribbon. So now to create the stripes, I am adding a black paint in between so I can create the stripes. I was in a hurry and didn't pay attention, so I had a little bit of bleed through. So what I did is I let these black stripes to get completely dry, and then in between I went over with a white paint and I didn't have any problem with it. For letter J, I decoupaged the checker napkin, super easy with a Mod Podge, the same way like we are doing anything else when we decoupage it, and then seal it on top of it, and then even to smooth it out, add a parchment paper and a mini press, and then removing the excess with the scissors and a cutter. And also around the edges on the letters, I also painted in black paint. You can also add red paint in between. I could have done it, but I think it looks super cute at the end. You will see. For Y, this ribbon gave me a little bit of trouble because it's tiny and it doesn't fit this pattern the way that I wanted to, but at the end I made it work. So what I did is I cut off the ribbon on a couple of pieces. What I did first is I Mod Podge the bottom part first so I can make straight Harley Quinn stripes, and then after that I will be adding the rest of the ribbon on top of the two wooden pieces, if that makes sense, so we can have a nice patterns from this harlequin. If you have a napkin or a paper like this in this pattern, it will be way easier, but since this ribbon is tiny, I had to make it work and create perfect pattern in this letter Y. And the good thing is when we do decoupage and we add pieces to it, it's not going to be noticeable with adding the Mod Podge. It will look at the end like it was originally made with one piece together. Now that I decoupage it all, I seal it all, and also to distress it, to make it cohesive with my other letters, I'm adding a golden finish around the white edges and then wiping it off with a wipe, and this letter is done. Super quick and easy and beautiful and very inexpensive look for our vignette. Also, on my white stripes that I painted on my letter O, I'm adding some gold finish to make it cohesive with my J and Y, and this look is done. I'm making another decoupage look in this wooden sign and a napkin of MacKenzie Childs. Before I add the Mod Podge, I want to see if this napkin is going to fit in my wooden sign, and I will be cutting the edges on the side, and also after I add the Mod Podge to my napkin, I'm adding the side of this napkin, creating like a frame with the edges of this napkin as well. There is nothing like beautiful home decorated for the holiday and experience the magic of Christmas with elegant and budget-friendly decor, and with all those vibrant colors, with a mixture of the patterns and the traditional colors. You can elevate your holiday decor without overspending and stunning MacKenzie Child inspirations. As I was talking earlier, now that I decoupage my napkin, I'm adding the edges on the side that I cut off previously, and I'm adding the matte finish Mod Podge and creating a perfect frame for this home decor sign. I am also gonna seal it with a matte finish Mod Podge, and we will add little embellishment as well. For a little embellishment, I created a bow from the IOD bow mold collection. I painted in a red color, and now I'm distressing it with a gold color on top of it to make it cohesive with my sign. And this bow is gonna go on top of my sign where is the MacKenzie Child logo, because this was a napkin and that MacKenzie Child logo was like upside down when I open up the napkin. To cover it up, I came up with this bow embellishment idea. I also added some jewel in the middle part of my bow, and this beautiful sign is done. And my darlings, I hope these DIYs bring a touch of handmade joy to your holiday season, just like they do for me. I am so grateful to share my passion for creating with all of you. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, join me next time for more fun and inspiration. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let me know which one was your favorite. Until next time, bye-bye!